Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Tasmil Oman and I'm your host, and you are watching the Palestinian Diaries. It's been some time, but we have a really, really important key figure in the Palestinian message and movement in Malaysia and also the world, I guess. We have Dr Muhammad Al-Aqad. He is a senior lecturer at Hashim Sani Center for Palestinian Studies at Universiti Malaya. So he is in Malaysia. He studied in Malaysia, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And he is right now in Universiti Malaya working. If you want to meet him and talk to him about Palestine, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, so we're here today to talk about Palestine and Gaza and what's the situation there. Frankly, even though it's a ceasefire, I would still consider it ongoing genocide. What do you say, Prof? Doctor?
Yes, exactly. It's
ongoing
still
genocide.
ongoing genocide. Even the ceasefire have already taken place, but Israel is still
attacking and killing everyone,
targeting
right?
Palestinian. Exactly.
So, but before we start talking about the current issues on the ceasefire and also on Trump and everything that's happening right now in the world, I'd like first to highlight the fact that, Doctor, you were in Palestine when you were in Gaza. You were in Gaza when October 7th happened, right?
Yes.
I would love to get your take on this situation, because from our understanding, October 7th was Hamas attack to Israel's border, right? Southern border, right?
Yep.
And then they came and attacked Gaza after that.
Violently, yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you were there 3 weeks prior to the...
Yeah, to the genocide.
Yes, to the beginning
October
of the...
7th, yes.
I mean, we know October 7th, it started way beyond October 7th.
Of course, yes.
Way beyond. But the excessive, insane... Inhumane actions started on October 8th lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you please share with us what was happening and what was going on? How was your day the day before? October 6th. How was your day then?
Yeah, it was really very nice, because the day before I was taking my wife and my kids near the beach of the sea in Khan Yunis, and we were having some picnic over there with the family.
Okay.
And we were just enjoying our time and preparing for our trip to get back to Malaysia in the next few weeks. But the next day in the morning, my wife she woke me up around 6 or 6:10 a.m. in the morning. She woke me up and she said, "Oh, Muhammad, come on, get up. What's this? I can hear very, very strong sound."
Okay.
So out loud, I check out loud from the window. We can see rockets lightning in the sky everywhere.
Okay.
So I told her, "No, it's just fireworks. Just come down. It's nothing. They're just doing some fireworks." Then she tried to get cool that time, and the kids start getting horrified because of the bomb, and the sound of the rocket were so strong. So for just about maybe 10-20 minutes, we got 100 calls over our phones, my phone and my wife's phone. Everyone is calling. "Where are you now?" I said, "We are still in our unit." They are saying, "Please come out and come to our extended family house." I said, "Why?" They said, "We are invading Israel. Hamas are invading Israel, and you have to be in a safe place, because Israel is going to violently reback and target everyone."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay." After a few hours, maybe around 10 or 11 a.m., I went to my extended family house. Then from there, we can see the speakers, the loudspeakers in the streets everywhere, in the mosque. They are calling Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. We are invading into our own territories of Israel, our 48 lands, and we are trying to restore our own land from the Israeli. So the whole community in Gaza, in Khan Yunis, we were very, very happy that time, and we were we were shocked, we were astonished by this, because we never witnessed such thing.
Okay.
But at the other side, we were scared from inside, from the reaction of Israeli flashback, what they are going to do.
Yeah.
Because normally in the previous years, when Hamas shoot some rockets onto Israel, they reply back with hundreds of rockets into Gaza, destroying several territories. So this is only for a few rockets. What if we are invading them and killing hundreds of Israelis and capturing hundreds of them also. What they are going to do, we were expecting something bad, but there is no way to stop. There is no way to get out of that. So we keep continuing and praying that for the good things is going to happen.
Yeah.
But the next day, the helicopter, the F-16, air jets, 100,000 of missiles from Israel side start bombing every territory, every neighborhood in Palestine, in Gaza, in Rafah, in Khan Yunis. They start destroying every single place without keeping targeting or using logic for targeting or killing anyone who's suspected. No, they start killing everywhere, shooting everywhere, killing hundreds of. So around maybe more than 1,000 people were killed on the first day.
Yeah.
Only the first day, more than 1,000 Palestinians were killed. And unfortunately, most of them were kids and families, mothers. Why? Because the stupid Israelis, they were not shooting the fighters or the jihadists or the mujahideen, whether from Hamas or Fatah or Jihad Islamic. No, they were shooting the big condominiums. They were shooting the big hotels. They were shooting the mosque, where most of the people are inside.
Yeah.
You are staying in your home, and you never expect Israel will shoot our home, because we never shoot or no, we never done anything bad to them. So in a minute, you will see the whole building, 10 or 20 store collapse.
Just collapse.
And hundreds of Palestinians inside this building all will be dead in spot.
But was there any warning prior, aside from when you said the speakers were on when the Hamas started entering Israeli border, right?
Yep.
The border, the south border.
Yes.
Was there any warning that this would happen, or like to prepare the people for it?
No, nothing.
Okay, what's your take on this? Like, do you think the government, or I don't know, like maybe you could explain to everyone what it means?
It's quite complex, Tasneem, to release from Hamas side to release some of this information.
Yes,
because
it's private,
if Hamas release some of this information, of course, some of this information will travel through spies into Israel, and Israel will take
action, and it will not
exactly. It won't be in this kind of result. It won't be in this kind of achievement.
Yes,
as what they have done. So Hamas did not alert anyone, even some of the Hamas big supreme leaders do not know about this. Even Hamas supreme leaders do not know about what is going on, because Ismail Haniyeh, he was the head of the Hamas bureau in Gaza. He even did not know, and he confessed that in Qatar. He said, honestly, I do not know what's going on, and he was praying on TV when he saw the TV in Qatar. When he saw the TV, what Hamas al-Qassam doing in Gaza, he opened the TV, he saw the TV, he's just start making sujood, because he even himself did not expect this to happen. No one tell him. And this was the reason for success. This was the reason for success. Because if you want to release that information, you don't know, this information could end up in Israeli spies,
and made the mission a failure, basically, right?
Even sometimes, if this news did not end up in the Israeli hand, if end up in some of the Arab countries' neighbor hand, of course it will be carried a message to Israel or to America to alert Israel. So it's the same story.
The next few days from that day onwards, right? From October 7 onwards, like, how was your situation? Because I believe you said you haven't been back to Gaza for the past 10 years or something before that, right?
Yeah.
So how was your emotions for your wife? Also has never been to Gaza prior to that, right?
Exactly, yes.
And she's also a Palestinian, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So like, how was it for you guys to experience that? You know, like, you finally return and everything is happening at that spot at that time.
Yeah, it was really shocking. And the shocking point was not from the war itself. The shocking point was from the greediness that the Muslim and the Arab neighboring countries treating us during the wartime. This was the most shocking part, the most trauma part for us. It was not we were scared from being killed by the Israel. No, because at the end we are going to be shaheed, and we are 100% agreed about that. We 100% believe in that, because you are going to be killed by the Israeli, who's against Islam, who's against a human being, who's against everything. You are not going to be killed by other Muslim. You are going to be killed by infidels, by kafir.
Yeah.
So for 100% we are clear about that. You are going to be shaheed, inshallah.
Okay.
So we admit to that. We are not afraid from being killed. We were very sad from inside because of the treatment from the Muslim community and from the Arab neighboring countries.
Okay.
So you are in a lookout point, you have nothing. They are clothing everything from you. Food, milk, diapers for babies, water, everything has been blocked from your side, from Jordan's side and from Egypt's side.
Yeah.
For the sake of what? For the sake to be killed as inhuman. Why? Because you shoot to Israel. What is our fault? It is not our fault.
Yeah.
We are trying to get revenge, to get our land back. So you have to support us, not to stab us at the back.
Yeah.
This is what was happening in Gaza. Unfortunately, this is the most bad and the most sad point we felt. And most of the Palestinians have a trauma of this, not because of the Israeli killing and of the Israeli shooting. No. Most of the people in Gaza, we were living under genocide, under killing, but we were okay with that because this is our destiny. This is our fate from Allah.
Yeah.
But we will never expect our neighboring country, what we call them brotherhood, they will treat us in such way.
Okay.
We will never expect. So, as in Malay we call this war buka mask untuk semua.
Okay.
So the war revealed the real faces, the true faces of everyone.
Okay.
We understand who's with us and who's against us.
What I mean, to be clear, like who aside from the border, which is Egypt, Turkey, and Jordan, right?
Yep.
Like was there any, because we saw a lot of Rafah border, right? Like people trying to cross and stuff. How was the situation there for you? Like because we understand the situation in terms of not getting aid, not getting help.
Yep.
But how was it from the inside? Were you guys trying to get help from the? How was it?
We as Palestinians in Gaza Strip, there is no way to get out of Gaza or to enter Gaza only through Egypt. The only way is through Egypt.
Okay.
Through Jordan cannot, because Jordan, it's the border with Jordan is West Bank, not Gaza.
Okay.
West Bank has a border with Jordan, but Gaza Strip has the only border is with Egypt.
Okay.
The next border is we have the sea side.
Yes.
The Mediterranean Sea, and then the eastern side, which is the Israeli.
Yes.
So this is the only border, and during the first few months of the genocide, thousands of Palestinians tried to get out through Egypt, but unfortunately, what we call the water traders. There are 100,000 of water traders come out from Gaza during this genocide. We can see the real faces of water traders.
Okay.
Those are what we call them blood suckers. They just want to suck any human blood. They don't care. Are you going to die? Are you going to get deprived from food, from milk, from anything? They don't care. They just want to get your money. Whatever case, they will just want to get your money.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this was some of the Palestinians from Gaza itself that we are doing this, and some of the Egyptian people from Egypt side. So in order to get out of Gaza, you have to pay 5,000 USD.
5,000 USD per person.
Per person, 25K ringgit Malaysia 25,000 per person to get out of Gaza.
Okay.
Paying to whom?
So only rich people can get out of Gaza, basically.
Only rich people. And if you are, for example, if you are rich and you are going to get out, you won't accept to get out and leave your kids, leave your husband. And if you are going to pay for them, you need around 20,000 USD.
Yeah.
20,000 plus, 20,000 ke atas.
Yeah.
So because every member's 5,000 and your kids, they said for the kids, 10 years or 12 years
discount.
Below, they will give discount 2.5 thousand USD, which is around 10 or 12K.
Yeah, ringgit.
From where? To bring 10 or 12K amid all this destruction, your house has been destroyed, car destroyed, all your belonging has been destroyed. You have nothing left.
Yeah.
Only you and your wife and your kids. From where to bring 25 or 30,000 USD just to get out of this border, which is very close border, only around 100 meter.
Okay.
Just to cross from here to here, 100 meter, because here, this is the Rafah border. To cross from Rafah, from Palestine side to Egypt side, this 100 meter, you need to pay 25,000 USD for 100 meters.
Yeah.
Just to save your life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, stay and die.
And you're not even sure after you cross what's going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So, okay, how did you get out of Gaza? You got out in April, right?
Yes, I got out. I tried actually since January.
Okay.
I tried to get out, but it was really so difficult. So I contacted many of my friends in Malaysia, and some of them suggested to me to do a kind of GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMe, yes.
So I tried this initiative, and it works, alhamdulillah. Okay. So I tried to gather around half of the amount. Okay. Then some of my friends do a kind of money collection, in order to top up the next half. Then I paid for the Egyptian side in order to get out. Otherwise, I will be until now in Gaza.
And you left to come back to Malaysia with your wife and your children, right?
Yeah.
So I understand that you had to leave your family behind.
Yes.
So how are they now?
I just want to reconfirm or reemphasize one point, because here some people, they may say, oh, why you left Gaza since you are Palestinian? So why you don't stay there?
Yeah, people are saying like you should stay there to fight the land.
Why you flee? Why you escape? Why you run away? Actually, no, we did not. I did not run away.
Okay.
To be honest and frankly, wallahi, if I have the chance and the choice, I will stay there. Okay. I only left Gaza for the sake of my family and kids. And for me, even wallahi, I was telling my wife, I want to die here. Okay. I expect shahada. I expect shahada here in Gaza. I don't want to leave. She said, but for us, for me and for my kids, we don't want to die. We still we never know anything about Palestine. And the first time ever we come to Palestine, we have the genocide.
Yeah.
So she said, I do not expect this kind of genocide. Please try to do whatever you can just to make us leave.
Okay. So how long were you, when did you leave Gaza to come and study in Malaysia? I mean, you grew up in Gaza, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I grew up. I finished my first degree, which is a bachelor degree. I finished in teaching English as second language in Al-Aqsa University. In Al-Aqsa. 2008. Okay. Then 2010, I came to Malaysia. I got offer from Universiti Malaya to start my master journey in applied linguistics. Then I continue also my PhD. Okay, so
I think everybody is very interested to understand how was growing up in Gaza during, under occupation. People, we see it on TV, but unfortunately, prior to October 7, most people see it on CNN and BBC, all the mainstream news. So, why don't you share, how is it growing up in Gaza in, reality, how...
Yep. This is very interesting point, because some of the Malaysian fellow, they said, if the life in Gaza was okay before the war, then why Hamas did this? Why they start the war?
Yes.
Why they ignite the fire? Yeah. If the life was okay? No, brother, no sister, the life was not okay. We were living in Gaza. Imagine every single day the electricity come only 4 hours. Every single day, electricity only 4 hours. There is no medical supplies. Most of the medical supplies you cannot find in the pharmacy, in the Gaza pharmacy, because Israel blocked these medical supplies. Many of the medical devices, machines, X-rays in the hospital are not allowed to be imported from outside. Why? Because Israel banned them. Okay. Many of the Palestinian brothers and sisters who are outside Gaza, they cannot come back to Gaza. Why? Because they born outside, so they consider Palestinian, but you are not allowed to come to Gaza.
Okay.
So the life was really difficult. Was really, really difficult. And everything in Gaza was crazy expensive. Why? Because there is no way to import these products. We have to purchase the spare part and to mantle it ourselves, which is going to be very costly in Gaza. Why? Because Israel banned most of these products.
Okay.
There is no new cars in Gaza. If you want to purchase a new car or you want to purchase any material or any equipment to build a new house, most of this material the price will be tripled.
Okay.
Why? Because you need to import it through the West Bank, and it need to go through Israel, what we call Israeli scanning and Israeli checkpoint, and they will double the prices for you. Why? Because this is not allowed to come through Egypt, but it's allowed to come through Israel side.
Okay.
They will double the price. Instead of, for example, 5K, it will end up 15K.
Okay.
Which is actually the real price less than 5K, but you are paying 15K for what? Because it's coming from Israel side.
Yeah.
So it was really crazy. And most of the Israeli product that are left over in Israel, the Israeli people did not eat it, they send it to Gaza. Food, fruits, whatever, they send it to Gaza. We have no choice.
Okay.
You have no choice. You have to accept it. You have to get it. You have to purchase it from them. And it's not by free. You have to purchase it from them and to get it and to eat it. No choice. Because this product are not allowed to come through to you from Egypt. It's only from Israel.
Yeah.
And at the end, they are asking, why you start the war? Come on. Do you think this is life? There is no dignity at all for us. There is no freedom. In terms of the sea, the fishermen, the Palestinian fishermen, they cannot go more than 2 kilometers inside the sea. 2 kilometers only. Actually, the whole seaside is supposed to be for Palestinians.
Yeah.
But 2 kilometers, you only allowed for 2 kilometers. If more than 2 kilometers, the Israeli sniper will shoot the fishermen.
Okay.
And hundreds of the Palestinian fishermen were killed in the sea. Why? Because they skipped or they passed this red line, which is 2 kilometers. What to do in 2 kilometers? You cannot do any fishing. You cannot find anything.
Yeah. Only
and this
swim.
is our own territory, our own area. Yeah. You are banning us and cutting short every single time, cutting short some of our territories. And you want us to keep calm, keep silent. Yeah. For what?
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the politics of Palestine. In Palestine, in Gaza. I mean, some people may not understand the difference between West Bank and Gaza, but how are the politics there, and how do they manage the state?
Again?
Like how are the politics
in
Gaza and also in the West Bank, and
this
how
is
Palestine?
A complicated story.
Okay. Maybe you can give us like the basic summary for Malaysians to understand.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Is it okay or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can explain it in Malay if you have to.
No, in English.
Okay.
Okay. Regarding the politics in Gaza, the situation is quite complex and complicated actually. But I hope maybe after this genocide we will be able to have a reconciliation, inshallah, between Hamas and Fatah, because we have the biggest two parties, which is Hamas controlling and managing Gaza Strip before the genocide, and Fatah were managing the West Bank since 2003, since 2005, 2006 election, and from that time Hamas were managing since Hamas won the election. Hamas were managing the Gaza Strip, and we were having several time of fight every few years in Gaza regarding the governance of Gaza Authority, who's going to govern Gaza, either Hamas or Fatah, and we were having several time fight, and Hamas managed to control Gaza until now, but we hope after this genocide and after this ceasefire, and we hope inshallah this ceasefire will be prolonged inshallah until the end of the genocide, and the genocide will be over. So after that, we as a Palestinian, we are optimistic actually, and we expect this will have a turning point for the diffusion between Hamas and Fatah, in order to have a one community and a one governing authority. It's going to be could be an independent party between Hamas, some of Hamas and some of Fatah members, a kind of bureaucratic party to control Gaza for interim, maybe for a few months, until a new election of the presidency.
But this will only happen once the genocide is over, right?
Exactly. The only choice is to end the genocide first.
How? I mean, the ceasefire is happening now. But okay, let's go into the ceasefire before we further talk about the end of genocide, inshallah. So like the ceasefire, it was delayed, and then after it was delayed, it was officially started. It officially started, but then people are still being killed and people are still being attacked and targeted in Gaza. So like, what does the ceasefire mean to you actually, and to the people of Palestine? When we say it's a ceasefire, there shouldn't be any fires, right?
Exactly. Normally in Palestine and in Gaza, particularly when there is a ceasefire, we understand what Israeli mean by ceasefire.
Okay.
Israel mean by ceasefire, it's stop fighting, stop killing from both parties. But Israeli are betrayers. They never respect their word. Even if you remember, most of the prophets were killed by Israelis. Most of the prophets were killed actually by Israelis. So they are killers of prophets. This is in their DNA, in their history. We all clear about that. So they will never trust their word. They will never trust their promise. So we are okay about that. When Israel say ceasefire, that means only normal people can go out, can move.
Okay.
But any military people, any Al-Qassam fighters, they are quite risky for them to move.
Okay.
Because any minute, Israeli drones are there.
Okay.
And if you read the terms or the condition of the Israeli deal, they said the Israeli drone will be moving in the sky every day 10 hours. But why? If there is a ceasefire, why the drone are there? Because they are spying. Okay. They are monitoring. Not for the normal people, for Hamas fighter. Because Israel knows there are some Hamas leaders still alive and they want to monitor them during the ceasefire. So whenever they see what we call a big option for them, they will directly breach the ceasefire and kill this guy. They don't care about this fire.
Could you explain to everybody what is the difference between Hamas and also the Al-Qassam Brigade? Like, I mean, I know Hamas is a political party, right?
Exactly.
But not everybody understands. Immediately when they hear Hamas, they think it's a group, the militant group or whatever. So maybe you could explain it to everyone.
Hamas is not only a group.
Okay.
Hamas is most of the Gazan community, by the way.
Okay.
Most of the Gazan community. And before the genocide, before the October 7th, Hamas were members of the Gazan community, quite majority of the Gazan community member. But all of us as a Palestinian people living in Gaza, we know. Okay. For example, my cousin, he's a Hamas member. My uncle, he's a Hamas. I know them. Why he's Hamas? Because he always go with Hamas member. He always do some Hamas activity. He always carry the flag of Hamas. He always have this scarf. So we know he's Hamas.
Okay.
But it's fine. Could be my brother, could be Hamas. My sister could be following Hamas, or she's a fan of Hamas leader. It's fine.
Okay.
But after the Gaza genocide, what we noticed is most of the Palestinians became Hamas followers.
Okay.
So this is the stupid side from Israeli genocide. They made all Palestinians Hamas members.
Okay.
Nowadays, most of the Gazan people are fan of Hamas member. Their idol become Hamas members or Hamas leaders. Why? Because they can see what Hamas was doing during the genocide. We were being killed, we were being targeted, we were being shooted and tortured, and Hamas were in the mid of the war area. They were fighting, they were killing Israeli, and they were capturing Israeli. And Hamas at the end, they managed to have this a great deal. Some of the Palestinians, they will contradict me and they say, what are you saying? Because you said this was a good deal. They have wiped out the whole Gaza.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's correct. In terms of financial, in terms of materiality things, in terms of houses, killing children, killing wives, killing women, yes, they did. But in terms of achieving their goals, they failed.
Okay.
The main goal for Netanyahu was to get rid of Hamas, to uproot Hamas from Gaza Strip
Yeah.
to have their own government or some of the other government to come and control Gaza. But he failed in this.
Okay.
This is the biggest failure for Israel and for Netanyahu. And why Israel, this is the main reason why Israel keep breaching the ceasefire every time.
Yeah.
They keep breaching. Why? Because
They haven't achieved
that
the target.
And
the goal.
the far-reaching party in Netanyahu part, they keep pressing. You fail. You distort the whole picture of win for Israel.
Okay.
So whenever he have a chance, he will go and kill. He don't care about the ceasefire. He will go and kill. Whenever he know there is one of Hamas leader or one of Hamas fighter, he will go and kill him. He don't care about this ceasefire or about the deal he have with Egypt or with Qatar or with America. He don't care, because at the end, nothing is going to happen to him.
Okay.
He did kill thousands of Palestinians for 470 days, and no one tell him anything.
Yeah.
So if he breach once or twice,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Nothing going to happen.
And now let's talk about Trump.
Yep.
Like, what does Donald Trump's second presidential reign means for the Palestinians and Palestine, the country, the state, and also the Muslims around the world?
Okay. First of all, before Trump getting into this election, during the election time, or during the election period, before Trump get the result, we were expecting that Trump could be good for the Palestinian.
Okay.
Why? Because most of the Israeli parties in the Congress and in the American community, most of them, they vote for Hillary's. They did not vote for Trump, by the way.
Okay.
The majority of Israeli members in the Congress, they vote for Hillary. They don't want Trump. They want Hillary because she's a more and she's very vocative and pro-Israeli.
Yes.
So they voted for her. But unfortunately, she failed and the Trump win.
Yeah.
And frankly speaking, on the media, what we can see, Trump, he doesn't like Netanyahu personality.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like it.
Okay.
But he's being forced by the Israeli and Zionist lobby in the US,
Okay.
who pushed for his winning.
Okay.
So he get win for this. Even he has 34 corruption cases.
Yeah.
Imagine a president, he has 34 corruption cases. He got the president. How come? He has around 40 corruption case. Some of them money laundering, some of them killing, some of them
sexual assault.
So many corrupted cases, and at the end he won the presidency.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. How come? Why? Because the Israeli lobby behind him.
Okay.
Of course, Hillary's failed, but then Trump win.
Yeah.
Because of that, Trump now is trying to clear his picture with Netanyahu. Even he did not like his personality, because before winning the presidency, he was talking angrily against Netanyahu, and he's saying, if I am the president, if I were Biden, I will not allow Netanyahu to do this war. I will not allow Hamas to do this war. But now he's the president. What he has done? Nothing.
Yeah.
Some people, they said this ceasefire because of Trump.
Yeah.
Actually, it could be yes.
Okay.
Why yes? Netanyahu, he did this because he wants to stop the angry face of Trump against him.
Okay.
This is first step. And the next step, when he did the ceasefire, he will get one credit.
Okay.
From Netanyahu, from Trump.
Yeah.
I already achieved what you want.
Yeah.
You said to stop the war before me getting into the White House. I already stopped the war. So now I have one favor for you.
Yeah.
To clear the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
We want it very wide, very clear, so we can build our settlement and expand our territories. So now he's working on the next plan, this is the greatest and the first plan in 2016.
Okay.
2016-17, during his previous presidency, when he said the deal of the century is to wipe out the whole Palestine and to give it on a golden plate to Israel. And the Palestinians, it's only minority, 1.5 or 2 billion. We can send some of them from West Bank to Jordan, the rest to Egypt, and then we give the whole land to Israel.
Yeah.
This is Netanyahu.
Is that what you're expecting?
No.
How?
I tell you, we as a Palestinian, we would love to die in Gaza, but not to live.
Okay.
And since I'm already out of Gaza, I am saying this not because I'm out of Gaza. I have the chance. If I have the chance to go Gaza, wallahi, I will do.
Okay.
I will do, because what things can prevent you from being shaheed? We are not looking for dunya.
Yeah.
We are looking for something bigger.
Okay.
And since I'm here in Malaysia, I'm also doing a very good job. I'm letting you people carrying to you my own experience from Gaza. Because if I am in Gaza, who will be
Who will be telling the stories, right?
telling the stories? Who will be carrying the voices?
Okay. Before we end,
Yep.
I would like you to share with us what you expect to happen in the next 5 years.
Yeah. It's quite difficult, but I can tell you some of my expectation based on my readings.
Okay.
This 2025 is not a normal year.
Okay.
There's major changes in the Middle East are going to happen.
Okay.
I'm not, like, for example, expecting or saying something unhidden. No. Based on my readings, based on some of the media analysis, we can see this year is going to be a very difficult year.
Okay.
Not for Palestine, for the whole Middle East.
Okay.
Not for Palestine only, but for the whole Middle East. So at the end of last year, we have the winning party of Syria, which we never ever expect to happen.
Yes, I agree.
The Syrian regime for 53 years collapsed in less than a day.
Yes.
Less than 1 day. So nothing far from Allah. This could be happen to Israel.
Yeah.
And we believe so. This is the degrading point of the Israeli state and the Zionism in the whole world. Because now most of the people around the world, they understand who are the right party, who is the wrong party. Before October 7, most of the people, most of the world population were expecting Palestinian are minority people, they are fighting Israelis because Israelis want to get their own land, because this is the promised land of Israel.
Yeah.
But after the October 7, the whole world see what is the real picture of Israeli, what the Israeli internal niyat, what the Israeli internal intention, what they want actually. They don't want only the land. They want to wipe out any Palestinian from this area. They don't want any human being in this territory.
Yeah.
So the main cause of this war is not only for the land of Palestine, not only for that, it's for Islam.
Okay.
It's for Muslim. It's for Bayt al-Maqdis. It's for Masjid al-Aqsa, which is only the second Qibla. But unfortunately, most of the Muslim Brotherhood, they're giving the deaf ear for this, and they don't care about it.
Yeah.
And they are leaving us, the Palestinians, they're lifting us behind to fight for the sacred place. They are leaving us alone for it. But we have no choice.
But you expect change in the next 5 years?
Yes, exactly. We expect a change, and frankly speaking, we expect Israel not to be around
In the next
in the next 3 years.
3 years, okay.
3 years, not 5 years.
Okay, in the next 3
Yes,
years,
exactly.
Israel won't be
Won't be around, inshallah.
around, inshallah.
Because the popularity of Israeli people start degrading point by point, and many of the thousands actually of the Israeli people, they start leaving from Israel.
Yeah.
They start leaving, and they start thinking never ever to get back to this area.
Okay.
Because they start seeing the real face of the Israeli soldiers.
Okay.
They are inhuman. They are killing children. They are killing kids. They are killing babies. They are killing everyone for the sake of what? For the sake of money.
Yeah.
Because most of the Israeli soldiers, actually, they are not Israelis.
Yeah.
They are people from
Other countries.
other countries,
Yeah.
from Germany, from Russia, from Ukraine, from other countries. They are not
Yeah.
Israelis. And they paid them
To come and fight.
4,000 USD per week.
Wow.
Per week. This is a leaked information, by
Okay.
the way, from the Israeli Haaretz newspaper, the official Israeli news. They mentioned $4,000 per week for any soldier who want to come and fight with the Israeli army. 4,000 per week.
That's why we find
Exactly.
like people from Thailand and
Exactly.
Japan or
Thailand,
something.
Japan, Philippines.
Yeah.
Some of the Indian Hamas captured last time. Some of the Indian, they are driving Israeli tank in Gaza, coming to kill Palestinian. He's Indian. What they are doing here?
Okay.
Because he said, like, we are just coming for the sake of money.
For
actually.
work. For
For
work.
money, yes.
Oh my
They
god.
just come to kill babies, to kill families, just to get money. He don't care about whatever he's going to do. He just want the money.
And it's all funded by the United States.
Exactly.
And people in the States can't even afford.
Because they are the taxpayers.
Yeah.
They are paying the tax.
Yeah, exactly.
And most of their money going to Israel to kill
the
people.
children. Yeah.
So nowadays also, like, many of the community, the American community start getting clear picture of what's happening in America itself. The American system is going to be changed.
Yeah.
The taxpayer, they are not going to pay anymore for the tax.
Yeah.
Because they can see clearly our money goes to kill babies, to kill women, to disabled families in Gaza.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Prof, Dr. Aqad, we have to cut short, but you know what? This is a longer conversation. I hope you can come and join us again next time. Inshallah, for us to talk deeper into each topic, like dive deeper into each topic. But thank you so much for being here today. So ceasefire is not really a ceasefire.
Yeah.
Genocide is still happening. People are still targeted and killed in Gaza, right? And hopefully in the next 3 years, there will be no Israel at all.
Exactly.
Okay.
We hope so, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys follow Sinar Daily on all social media platforms and also download our new app, Sinar Daily, available on Google Play and Play Store and also Huawei Store. So you guys, thank you so much. Make sure to press the button follow and subscribe for the next episode of Palestinian Diaries. Thank you, Doctor.
My pleasure.
All
Thank
right.
you.